The comic coming up to the stage now is probably one of my best friends in comedy. I'll tell you what, we met and we instantly became BFFs. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, who knows? But I'll tell you what, he is a Highlands Ranch resident. He also is 71 years old, so it makes him older than me, the oldest comic now performing, I guess, in Colorado. And he is a grandfather of 5. And he is from New York. Let's hear it for Eddie. Okay, we're gonna all try this at one time. Eddie, 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 Eddie. How did my husband teach school?
What's up, Highlands Ranch? Batten down your hatches. Shut the doors. Whatever happens in Highlands Ranch is gonna stay in Highlands Ranch. Oh yeah, it's gonna get worse. This isn't the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, you know. I've been here 9 years, and I finally got my Peyton Manning orange football jersey so I can fit into King Supers. But I refuse to shovel my driveway in shorts at 20 degrees below zero. I gotta get with the dress program here, man. I thought Patagonia's was a pizza place on Colfax Avenue. But people here are so nice. They use phrases like, "you're fine." No worries. I never heard these phrases. I bumped into a lady in the supermarket the other day. She says, "you're fine." I said, "Thank you very much." She said, "No worries." I said, "Lady, I ain't worried." And you ask somebody for directions here? They're like, "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the nearest Starbucks?" "Oh, I'm not going that way, but I'll take you." "Really? Thank you very much." I mean, back in New York, you say, "Hey, can you tell me how to get to the nearest Starbucks?" What do I look like, a stupid tour guide? And you cut somebody off in traffic here, it's like, "Oh, just go ahead of me, I'm testing anyway." Back in New York, you cut somebody off, it's, your horn blows, how about your mother? I mean, here's a phrase you will not hear in Highlands Ranch. "Honey, do you want this underwear hanging on the doorknob?" "No, babe, I'm going to wear that tomorrow. I'm just going to turn it inside out." I mean, if you lose weight here, people are positive. "Look, Sandra, I lost weight. Look." "Oh, Eddie, you look fantastic. Keep it up." I mean, back in New York, it's like, "Hey, Tommy, I lost weight." You didn't lose weight. Your ass muscles collapsed. I mean, I love the pedestrian crossings here. Back east, it's every man for himself. The Wild Wild West. You take your life into your hands when you cross the street. Here, it's like I'm cruising down the side street, going 35 miles an hour on a Sunday, listening to Simon and Garfunkel. And the guy comes out 20 yards away with his little dog. Makes me slam on the brakes. I had to swerve to hit the both of them. I wish I could get a native sticker. I wish, but I can't. I wasn't born here. Some of the natives aren't happy with us moving in. I'm in the gym the other day, 2 guys are complaining. "You know, Bill, the traffic going out to the ski areas, the pollution, the taxes, the housing, everything's out of whack." I said, "Excuse me, sir. What do you want me to do? Get a sticker that says I'm the one that ruined Denver?" They both come up to my face and they say yes. But we live in Douglas County. Douglas County is the top 5 healthiest counties in the country in Newsweek magazine. Top 5. People are biking, skiing, playing tennis, eating grass-fed beef, eating free-range chickens. I ain't going anywhere near them free-range things. I don't know who they've been with out there on the free range. I want to know who my chickens had sex with. one thing they do better back east. When they kill people, they use wood chippers. Back here, I'm watching the news. They're burying people in the backyard in the national parks, and they get caught every time. But I grew up in an urban area. Everybody lived together, man. Every race, color, and creed. I get here, I go in the store. And no blacks, no Spanish, everybody's white. Even the landscapers where I live are white. Right here. But, I mean, being a kid in New York, I witnessed assault and battery on a daily basis. Because I went to Catholic school. Those nuns would beat us so bad. I went home, I told my father. He puts his arm around me, he says, Eddie, they just have a different management style. And smacks him on the face. I mean, the priests try to help us. They want protection. Well, sometimes. Whatever stays here. But, growing up in the 60s and 70s as I got older was great, man. Free love, Woodstock. We took acid before every concert. Now I'm taking acid. I mean, growing up in the 60s was great, but being 70 now sucks. Now I'm walking to the bathroom like Night of the Living Dead. In the middle of the night in ski boots. They smell like Ben Gay. I mean, it happens overnight. I was in the Target changing room the other day, and I closed the door, and I scared the shit out of myself in the mirror. That can't be me. Nothing works anymore. I mean, you know you're old when you can walk faster than you could run. But I'm still living in the 60s and 70s. I still watch 70s sitcoms. All in the Family, Good Times, Sanford and Son. I'm watching Gilligan's Island the other day, and Andy Mayberry. And I realize I'm 40 years older than the guys in that show. I mean, the Golden Girls are starting to look good to me. About older women. Now what do I do? Everybody's seen the Academy Awards. Shocking, right? Shocking. I'm not talking about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. I'm talking about the women's dresses and the boobs and everything hanging out. Don't they make anything to cover anything up anymore? Not that I'm complaining, mind you. I'm old, but I'm not dead. I mean, back in the day, we didn't have the internet to get excited. We had National Geographic magazine and the Flintstones. We had the Flintstones magazine, the Flintstones cartoon. Betty Romo was hot in that cavewoman outfit. I just don't know how Barney ever got her. I was in the hospital during COVID. I was intubated. I almost died. People were coming up to me, Eddie, whatever you need, tell us. Getting the last rites, and I said, how about $10,000 in cash? They scattered like rats. I never saw them again. The doctor comes in, he says, we got to do a special procedure on you. The medicine backed you all up. I was like, is it covered by insurance? He says, no, it's $500. I said, I'll pass and settle for the Taco Bell special, $3.99. CDC declares seniors who have had COVID will have periodic episodes of brain farts. Like, where does the air come out? But I got so depressed during COVID, which is common for a comedian that has Netflix specials and sitcoms, which isn't me. I'm so far down the totem pole below Bill Cosby. I wish somebody would come up to the stage and smack me. A lot of people found religion during COVID. I found gummies and margaritas. I got so bored I listened to an old Tony Robbins tape. He told me I could accomplish anything I wanted in life. So I started flipping houses and I hurt my back. I lost $200 a month when Costco stopped serving hors d'oeuvres for lunch. They forced me to buy a case of peaches instead of one, and I went into diabetic shock. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Costco. But they gotta do something about the old people getting gas there. I mean, when it works out, I listen to a 500-page audio book before they even get the gas cap off. I got so out of shape during COVID. My trainer says, you better start hitting the weights, man. And I broke my knuckles. I didn't like that one either. I had to make a telemedicine appointment with my urologist. And I'm holding the computer here. And I'm holding it here. He says, bend over and hold the computer. My neighbor sees me from the window and reports me to the police. Somebody gave me the book to read in the hospital, The Secret. The secret is that book sucks. How to get along with people, the laws of attraction, make love to the woman in your life. So I let my female colleagues sleep with me and now I'm suicidal. But I used to weigh 250 pounds years ago. And I lost it over the years. But when I first went to the doctor, I said, Doc, I'm hardly eating. He says, well, what are your eating habits? I said, well, I kind of graze all day. He goes, well, that's why you look like a water buffalo. And then I went to the Joey Buttafuoco for Brooklyn School of Weight Loss. And he says, hey, did you know your stomach is the size of a fist? A human fist, not a dinosaur fist, you fat bastard. But, people say to you, how do you stay so skinny now? Do you work out? Do you exercise? I said, no, it's my 35-year-old daughter in the next room, living there with her 3 kids and her boyfriend. But, I love doing comedy. I love it. It's the only job where you're happy when people are laughing at you. Most comedians are flawed, vulnerable people who have failed a lot in life. People think we're easy, which we are. I mean, I have, if only I had started comedy 30 years ago, I would have failed 30 years ago. I got movie credits. Yeah, back in New York, I was a backup zombie in the 1967 Night of the Living Dead. anybody. Then I went for an audition for the remake just last year. And they made me drink a quart of high fructose corn syrup so I could become a fair zombie. I had good jobs, man. I made a lot of money. I worked road construction. I held the go slow sign in a breakdown lane. And they fired me from that. But, I got diagnosed with the worst case of brain fog you can have. I can remember one thing a day. I remembered to brush my teeth, but I forgot to wipe my ass. I mean, my wife and I started having problems in bed. I bought a book, Sex After 70, and the pages were blank. So I go to a regenerative medicine clinic, and they got me sprawled out on the table. They take a big needle, and they stick it right in. It's great bloody murder. If I was in an interrogation room, I would have admitted to murder. Oh, I did it. But the next day it worked. I was pole vaulting out of bed. But it didn't last. It didn't last. My wife and I had to go to a sex therapist then. And he says to me, Eddie, sex is in the mind. I said, I know, but I have dementia. He said, can't you have your wife wear some sexy stockings to bed? I said, how come it's okay for her to wear socks to bed, but if I wear them, I'm gross? I mean, what am I listening to this guy for? He's old and he looks like Elmer Fudd and he's got a whiskey sour nose. But then he gave me some good information. He said to my wife, why don't you start exercising to look better for your husband? And it was working great until I found her with a personal trainer practicing breath work. Well, before I was married, I was a member of Silver Singles, which is your young people's version of Tinder. Yeah. Hello, young people, spoiler alert. Your parents and your grandparents are still having sex. And it's disgusting. I mean, the first woman I met, she was this dark-haired, Catholic, conservative woman. She says, Eddie, for the holidays, I'm going to take you to see the classic Nutcracker. It's like, after 5 minutes, I was sleeping. I want to see guys in tight white pants, high heels, powder blue shirts, and buns in the back of their head. I can see that in New York City every day of the week for free. The next woman I met, she had the blonde, bleached hair, the bee-sting face, the duck lips. She looked like housewives in a Richard Botox. And she comes out in a white bustier, and she says, Eddie, before we get it on, can you take me to see the play Hamilton? I'm like, Hamilton? I look on my phone. $2,000 to $3,000 a ticket for a good seat. My next call was to Rocket Mortgage to get a loan to pay for them. When I got out of Hamilton, I felt like I got taken for a timeshare in Mexico. Except there I get a 3 weeks vacation. Here I get a little playbill book I got to keep on my coffee table to remind me I get ripped off for a history lesson. And they talk so fast in these plays. And they mix up Shakespeare and rap and music and TV and all this stuff to make you think like you're getting educated. Here's an example. Sit there, Antonio. Many a time in off on the reality told you upbraided me about my monies and my nuisances. Still have I borne them with a patient shrug, because suffering is the bad you all I tried. Your mama's got an ass like a donkey, like a monkey, look like King Kong. We got condos we can play. We got cribs we can lay. Calle Ocho from the 305. This land don't belong to Virginia. My heart doesn't bleed for the South. This land here is Emerson land. Gonna tear this freaking roof off like 2 dogs' cage. I was playing in the beginning, but the mood all changed. I been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage. You are not the father, yes! Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr, back to back. Cock your guns for the door. Walk 10 feet. Turn, shoot. Caleb, pick him up. We need the votes. That'll be $3,000 a ticket. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Eddie. How about Eddie Schrobeck? He's one hell of a producer. He put this event together. Let's hear it for Eddie.